All right, you guys, so we're going to continue. So I wanted to look at some problems from the homework where you're going to have to figure out the simple interest. Okay, so this is number 7 from the homework. So if we start with our principal is $43,800 at 4.8% for 2 years. So let's think about our interest formula again. I equals PRT, right? Okay, so we're looking for the interest. So we're looking for I equals, our principal is 43,800. All right, and then our rate is 4.8. So let's remember we have to change a percent into a decimal. So we're taking 4.8 and we're dividing it by 100. Remember, you can put it in the calculator, but I do want you to understand that if we're taking 4.8 and we're dividing it by 100, we're just going to move that decimal point up. So we know it can't go into 4. We know 100 cannot go into 48. So we're going to put another 0 here. But we can add a 0 here and we can say, okay, well, 100 can go into 480. And how many times? Well, it can go 4 times, right? So 100 times 4 is 400. And we're left with 80 here. Well, if we bring down another 0, we know 100 goes into 800 8 times. So this decimal changes to it's the 48 thousandths, right? So we're going to go ahead here and we're going to say we just change that that percent into a decimal, and then we're going to multiply it by our time, which is 2 years. Okay, and we're just going to simply calculate that. So we're going to take 43,800 times 48 thousandths times 2, and this is how much interest is going to accrue. So $4,204.80. That's how much interest is accruing. So now we're going to add that to our principal to see all together now how much money we have. So we start with 43, that was our principal, plus that 4,204.80. I'm just going to add decimal here. All right, and so if we add that, right, we're going to add that to our principal, 43,800, right? Our answer is $48,004.80. That is our that is how much interest accrued. Okay, so I hope that made sense. That's our answer there. And so let's look at number 10. And I chose this one because now we see that we have a year here that is a fraction mixed with a whole number. So let's talk about that. So we're going to still accrue interest here. So we're going to say interest equals, please resist temptation, PRT. So our interest is what we're looking for. Interest equals, our principal was $1,900, $1,900, correct? Now, our rate is 5.9%. Well, the same thing we did up here. So basically what we're doing is, you can work it out if you want to, but we're changing our decimal. Our percent into a decimal. And then the 2 3/4 years, we're going to have to take 2 and 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. So our number here would be 2.75, right? So that's how we change it into a decimal, because this is a mixed number. So now we have a whole number and 3/4 becomes 0.75, right? If you divided 3 divided by 4, it'd be 0.75. So this is how we would put it in our calculator to figure out our interest. So we say 1,900 times, right, times 2.75, and this is how much interest accrued, $308, right? This is how much accrued here. So now we're going to take that amount and we're going to add it to our principal, which was $1,900. All right. Sorry. 308, 275. All right. And what are we going to get here? So we're going to just add back our principal. So we're going to take our 1,900 and we're going to add it back. And so now this is how much money we have. All right. And this will be our answer. We can round it up here. We could just say 2,208. And then this is 5 and above, give it a shove. So we could say 0.28. So $2,208.28. That would be our new amount right there. And I hope that that makes sense. So the next video that I will send is going to be how we're going to calculate compound interest, which is different. So I hope that this helps with simple interest. Take care. Bye-bye.